Swaraj is my birthright, and I shall have it. Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Religion and practical life are not different. To take sannyasa, renunciation, is not to abandon life. The real spirit is to make the country your family and work together instead of working only for your own. The step beyond is to serve humanity, and the next step is to serve God. Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Book name Lokmanya Tilak. Line of a man, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, who gave India its most dynamic and fiery roar of "Freedom is my birthright and I shall have it," that made it the clarion call of the nation behind which everyone rallied with passion. Nation above all, being a valiant freedom fighter he had was constantly in and out of jails. He lost many in his family during this time. He lost his wife while he was kept in jail in Myanmar, and then later on his son. But he kept his personal loss aside and didn't budge a bit from his effort around the freedom struggle. The spirit of standing up, not bowing down. During his years in the struggle, he continued fighting unabated and was consistently put in jails not only in India but also in faraway places like Burma because of his massive influence. These jail periods accounted for a large part of his life, and during all these jail tenures, the only thing English wanted out of Tilak was him to apologize and step back. But he never did. His spiritual quotient. He was not just a person of action, but also read and contemplated the uplifting spiritual texts regularly. He wrote a super book called Gita Rahasya, The Mystery of Gita, an Indian scripture, during his 6 years of jail term in Burma. British found the copy and said they'll destroy, to which he laughed and said, "No worries. I remember it. I will write it again." An extremist with a heart of gold. While he was considered one of the so-called extremists in the freedom struggle movement and faced a lot of backlash from the moderates in Congress, and particularly from the one of the moderates, Gopal Krishna Gokhale. But then Tilak also maintained that it was just a difference of approach with others having the same intention and objective but a different approach. In fact, he respected Gokhale to the core and was the one who shouldered Gokhale's last riots. Using festivals to light the fire of freedom, Bal Gangadhar Tilak deeply believed in the fabric of India, its culture and traditions. Given that people needed to be energized for the cause of freedom, he reinvigorated Ganesha Chaturthi, a festival celebrated Lord Ganesha, and Shivaji Jayanti, a festival celebrating Shivaji, one of the warrior kings of India, as a medium of state revolution and people awakening in Maharashtra. This ignited a big fire and gave impetus to the freedom struggle in that region. Love for the country. He adorned and laid special emphasis on the culture in everything he did and at every place he went. He used the cultural fabric to awaken sleeping nation that was India. He ultimately roared like a lion in the Congress session in 1907 against the concept of part freedom and gave his impetuous roar of "Freedom is my birthright and I shall have it."